Hi guys and welcome. Today I'm going to be harvesting Malabar spinach seeds. Malabar spinach is a perennial green that tastes a lot like spinach and grows all year round here where we live in Florida. So stay tuned while I harvest Malabar spinach berries and process the seeds so that I can store them for the future. Okay, so here's what I'm setting up. I have Malabar spinach seeds in a few containers here. These unfortunately have got a little moldy after being put in those bags, and then I have these. So what I'm setting up here is a place where I can process them. The items I will be using are the strainer, a bowl, small saucepan. You could use just another bowl, I couldn't find a second one. Hydrogen peroxide. Obviously you're going to need your seeds, some dish soap, I'm using Dawn, and a place for the seeds to dry. Put the processed seeds in the pot and then lay them out to dry on the cookie sheet here with the cloth napkin and another one on top. Malabar spinach seeds have a natural colorant in them, which you could use as a natural dye if you want to for tie-dye. If you squeeze it, I don't know if you could see that against the glove, but put it against my skin and you see it's difficult to get off right away. You see how it stained my skin. So that's why I'm going to be wearing gloves. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to empty my Malabar seeds. Some of these are already pretty dry actually. I may not have to do too much to these. These I think are mostly already dried, which is awesome. They'll need minimal processing. They're mostly dry. These go in here. The fresh ones that I just picked are definitely not dry. They have a lot of the juice and dye inside them. They're going to go in there as well. I'm going to start with those. The ones with the mold on them I will process separately. And you may be wondering, are the seeds still valid with a mold on them? And the answer to that is I do not know. I've Googled that and I was not able to find an answer. I did see that you could sterilize them using hydrogen peroxide and that the seeds might still be viable. I do not know the decisive answer to that, so I'm going to go ahead and try it anyway. I'm going to keep those seeds segregated so I can experiment with whether they are actually working. Right now I am separating the berries. Berries are the part that contains the seed. I separate the berries from the vines I cut. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I am filling this side with some soapy water. And I'm going to let them soak in there in an effort to further release the seed from the outer berry. And it feels like it's already working. So I'm going to give that a couple of minutes to soak, and then I'm going to take them out and rinse them and put them in this pot. And they look fine. Hydrogen peroxide and Dawn effectively cleaned any of the mold that I can see off of them. And the hydrogen peroxide should have sterilized them so that there won't be any more problems. I'm going to dry these out, and once they're dry, I'm going to take them off of the remaining vines. Okay, so here they are, Malabar spinach seeds set out to dry. These are already pretty dry, these ones. But these have more pulp from the berries, so they're gonna need more time. Okay. So all in all, I'd have to say this method is pretty effective, but it's a little time consuming. And I am going to need to test these seeds to make sure that the hydrogen peroxide didn't damage them in some way. But other than the testing, it seems as though this was a really effective method for getting the berry and juice and dye off of the seeds and preparing them to store. As you can see, there's at least 100 seeds there, maybe 200. I'm not going to count them all, but more than I would ever need, for sure. If you had a pack of silica gel, this would be a great place to use it. If you had one from some packaging you recently opened or one lying around, this would be a great place to keep any excess moisture out of the seeds.